Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Daymare 1998. This is episode 2. So in the first episode, we're introduced to Leave here, a Hades agent for Hexacore, and we've been sent into this Aegis laboratory where some kind of viral outbreak, or I guess bioweapons outbreak, it's not viral as far as I remember, has occurred. All the scientists are dead, but we're here to take the bioweapons and the research. And we got the Pollux and Caster bioweapons, but now we need to find the research because something happened to the other team.
All systems active.
Alright, so remember this.
Shit. I absolutely have to recover those samples somehow.
So we need that sample, and the only way to get it is to go basically to the other side of this wall. That's back the way we came. So yeah, we should be able to get past the Aegis area in this video and out of the stuff that I've already played.
You copy? I found West's body. Looks like he was shot to death. No sign of Krychek yet. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, God damn this cock-sucking storm!
He fucking hates weather, man. What can he say? Alright, we got a hard one here, so it's a little faster. I did miss it once there, but you do get 3 tries. Alright, so we got an audio log. Play that in a second. Mental drops. Some more hollow point ammo. And inventory is full. Alright, what can I get rid of? Your inventory is really small. Like, I imagine if I get a third gun, it's just going to be all magazines and bullets. Unless I get some kind of inventory expansion. I'm not really sure I even need this stamina fluid, because I don't really see when you're going to sprint so much that you need to keep sprinting. Health fluid, do need that. I feel like I should just use this mental fluid, find out what it does. And I think these drops just let us make... Yeah, okay, so you can see it just shows us where all the items are. Doing exactly what I thought it did. Oh. We also got some ammo for our MP5. I was going to reload, but that would still leave us with like 8 bullets, so it's not going to get rid of the stack. I wonder how long this shot lasts. I guess that's what the little aim icon is. The cursor. Crosshair, not cursor. No, you're not done yet. That sounded pretty far away. Okay, there's the main hall. So there's one more puzzle here, and this is the one that I took forever on just because I was overthinking it. And it was actually just a really obvious answer. Okay. Full on magazines again. I think my fluid already ran out. That doesn't really seem that useful. I feel like I should just probably use those whenever I find them instead of holding on to them. Alright, let's play that audio log we got. Can't remember if you can move while you're listening to them.
Log, Agent West. We've lost all communication with Mission Controller. I got shot by some unidentified assailant. Agent Krychek chased after the man. I don't know what happened to him following the pursuit, and I don't know how long I will be able to hold out for.
Obviously he didn't hold out for that long because he just died. Hey, look. I wonder if our assailant went this way. Who's making zombie noises? Are you making zombie noises? Or is that upstairs? Yeah, it's upstairs. Alright, before we go up there... So we can't go to the elevator until we get our sample back. And... Remember how it said that it locked the place down so that no one could get in or out? Do we call this locking this down? Just by locking this glass door with all these big glass windows that someone could just break to get out? And we can't leave the facility yet. Oh wow, he made it all the way down here already. Just take a seat. Another one of these. I still haven't looked up what these are yet, because I'm still recording after the last episode. Like that biohazard screensaver. He caught up to me outside. You still standing? Alright, some more MG ammo. Is that all that's in here? Seems like it. How am I going to open this door without getting grabbed? Oh, I guess I could just kind of... Whoop. You're not who I was expecting. I was expecting him. It's a very important fact that you can shoot off the hats of the zombies. Every game with zombies wearing hats should let you shoot the hats off. Also, he seems to have wedged the door open for her. Very polite, even in death. Okay, so for this puzzle... I already... Nope. See, it's just like coming out of his face and his mouth is closed. So for this puzzle, we need to know these Greek gods. Ares, we don't need to know. Festus, we don't need to know. Kronos. He looks like you've just caught him doing something naughty, that facial expression. Apollo. Art, poetry, music. So we need Pollux and Castor. Portrait depicting the Greek god Pollux, one half of the Dioscuri with his twin brother Castor. A skilled boxer, he is said to be immortal. Almost like that's why they called the undying super soldier drug Castor. No, Pollux. Let's not mix those two up. Also, like the secretary's desk here is Ada Wong. Okay, another file. And more squeaking. I think those are a collectible, but don't see anything squeaky. Oh, sounds like it's coming from the next room.
The private office of the founder. From here I should be able to restore system passwords.
And what the hell is that squeaking sound? Aha! It's a bobblehead with a T-Rex? Well, apparently I already got one of those. Greek god Castor, the other half of the Dioscuri with his twin brother Pollux, a brilliant horse tamer and protector of weary sailors. Not really sure how that one has relevance to the gas. Portrait depicting the Greek hero Jason in possession of the Golden Fleece. According to legend, it had the ability to heal any wound. Kind of weird for him to make a puzzle based on these three things. And this must be the director. Dr. Weir's Diary, number 1. Part 1, Castor and Pollux. Of the possible names, what could be more appropriate than these? Indeed, the revolutionary breakthrough that is Pollux could never have existed without its brethren Castor, perhaps the most malevolent chemical weapon ever conceived. So I think the one they found in the Japanese sub, or in the jellyfish, was Castor, and then Pollux was made from that as a more refined one. As a matter of fact, we knew practically nothing of it before salvage of that Japanese submarine was completed in the 70s, except that it brought about irreversible damage to organisms that would shame even Saren. That being said, this whole program, one that will inevitably rewrite the history of BC weapons and elevate the United States even higher on its supreme global pedestal, didn't arrive merely by chance. BC being biochemical? No, not by mere chance, but rather divine intervention that the vessel delivering its toxic payload to our predecessors never reached its destination, instead becoming haplessly entangled off the coast of the Northfall Islands in Washington State, where it remained unseen and forgotten for years. It may well be fluke, however, that a particular type of jellyfish native to the islands came in contact with itsy-bitsy doses that gradually escaped the rotten hull, instantly transforming, perhaps evolving, and infecting some of the island villagers. But it wasn't until the obscure crisis claimed its first human victim that our government decided to step in and take action, stumbling upon the terrible truth that is, in fact, the only reason we're here today is due to pure and simple incompetence of the crew. So, I guess there were people on this island at some point, and they got, stung by jellyfish that made them into zombies. The funny thing about this narrow escape is that a potentially disastrous, yet poorly executed revenge plot by some defeated nation overseas has once again turned out to be quite a luck for us. Again, that should probably just say, quite lucky for us, and not quite a luck. Part 2. 1973 was the year when the Aegis laboratories were built on the island designated North Blue 2, in order to safely extract and repurpose the liquid gas we discovered in that Japanese submarine. I still remember the salvage operation and construction works as the company gave me free rein when it came to most of the architectural and design choices. We were able to freely part of the hull from its seabed tomb, and later built the concrete bunker that currently houses it. It was one heck of an engineering job, but the facilities we use today are more than worth the immense effort. The lower levels of North Blue 2 facility, the most top-secret ones, contain the submarine and most vital experiment rooms, while other levels contain the observation deck, loading area for shipping of sensitive materials, additional labs, and a storage area. On the other hand, the top levels, accessible by ordinary staffers, include office space, a conference room, modern server room, and necessary amenities. Most of the people who work here have no idea what lies beneath, including, I guess, that scientist in the opening cutscene, and are ignorant to the fact that they're parading around a monument where history is being rewritten every single day. Come to think of it, I doubt anyone truly knows what's going on down here. Part 3. Castor could possibly be the ultimate weapon for large-scale chemical attacks, yet the dispersal method is surprisingly simple. The CSR-03 gas is compressed at very high temperatures into special reinforced tanks that are loaded onto an aircraft. When the aircraft reaches its target, single or multiple Castor cylinders are jettisoned. Once they strike the surface, the release mechanism is triggered and 3 shielding petals open up, leaving the inner cylinder exposed. At this point, the CRS-3 is released at a high pressure, which converts the pressurized liquid to a gas, making it extremely volatile. This is where Castor shows its unique colors. The gas then expands rapidly like a mighty flame and feeds on the oxygen in the surrounding area, creating a sort of closed-off environment that makes it nearly impossible for any breathing organism to survive. Gradually, it will lose all effectiveness and dematerialize, leaving no trace behind. If a large enough quantity were to be spread to highly populated locations, it could afflict thousands upon thousands of victims within seconds, instantly consuming a population, foreign military, or a group of unpleasant and expendable mercenaries sent out to the scene of a confrontation. I'm sure that won't come up again. Also, classic typewriter. There's going to be a lot of Resident Evil references in this. I could save my game if I had an ink ribbon. Alright, so this is Castor. And again, there's the weird Greek keyboard he's got going on here. So C, H.a.s.t.o.r. Oops. Delete. Matter the injury, it will never end his journey. This is the one I got wrong. I was putting Jason because I was like, oh, Golden Fleece made him invincible. But no, this is just Pollux, who is invincible also. E-O-L-L... U-X? Long and perilous was the journey of the Argonauts to enter into its possession. And that's Golden Fleece. So this one's not really a puzzle so much as, hey, look at your keyboard while you do this so you know the position of these keys. Because it is slightly shifted, so it's not one-to-one with my keyboard. So I do actually have to look at it for some of these. Yeah, G O L D E N. I like how N and M and B are the only ones that are the same. Just to let you know that it's the same, you know, layout as QWERTY. Fleece. F L E E C E.
Liev to Mission Control. If you can hear me, I've just restored the facility passcodes from the Matrix. I'm in the process of gathering the 731 samples and data off the server. Over.
I have no bullets left, so I'm just going to leave. Because that's what leave is best at. And always have to remember to reload again. So I'm going to put this one full of hollow points. Because otherwise they're just going to take up way too much space in my inventory, letting them build up. Okay, that's nothing we need. So I think we need to go back this way. Okay. Another file. Emergency alert system. Contagious leak detected. Communication lockdown. Contagious disease warning. System failure. And this is the researcher who sent out the message. I guess the fact that the door was locked did not save her. Was she killed by this guy? Alright. So let's grab our sample here. Yeah, I guess this is where that lockout leads to. I can't access the archive terminal for some reason. Inventory is full. It's another hacking cable. Oh, Pollux is taking up one of my slots. I guess I don't need it, since I have got full inventory. Now, the other thing is, okay, it does actually show that this is the hollow point mag. Though what happens if you mix ammo? You probably can't.
Control to Hades. Sandman here. Can anyone hear me? What is your status? Over.
This is Liev. About time. What the hell happened? I've retrieved the 731 samples. Now I'm heading over to the server room to gather the search data. Over.
Understood. We're having trouble with the comm system. To make matters worse, this storm isn't getting any less wild, and the loads are being pushed to the limit. I don't think it'll hold for much longer. Your new rendezvous point is the main entrance, so head there. Hurry up and grab the data so we can get the hell out of here. Watch your back. Open comms for 2236. Over.
Alright, so we gotta still get the data from downstairs. But we're almost done with the h.a.d.e.s laboratory.
Hey you! Drop your gun and let me see your hands! Right now!
Yep, drop your gun.
Sorry. I thought you were one of those dead, melted thingies that killed the others.
Yeah, well, I ain't. And you almost got shot in the head, whoever you are.
You know, I'm no threat to you. My name's John. John Fay. I work for h.a.d.e.s in the Information Science Department. Well, mostly
Really
in the
weird
server
pause there.
room. I've been hiding down there for hours, since all hell broke loose. All communications are down, and I didn't think anyone would risk their lives to actually save us.
What the hell happened to this place?
I'm not sure exactly, but I don't think it was accidental.
How do you mean?
Well, I can access anything via the server. The security system, surveillance cameras, and naturally, the personnel files of all the h.a.d.e.s employees.
I've just been sitting here watching everyone else die.
Exactly what went wrong. And actually, you'd be amazed at what somebody can achieve down here in just a few hours. Anyway, I think it's safe to say that one of our own stole some research and covered the whole up as an accident, obscuring all evidence of their damnable theft.
Huh. You don't say. I'm gonna need that fancy ID card of yours to access the server.
Well, why? Why do you want to access the server? I thought you were actually here to rescue us.
Technically, those were your words, not mine. Sorry, bud. Orders are orders.
What about
And
the
orders
others?
say no
All the
survivors.
in the building. You're not gonna let us die here.
No, you're right. I guess I can't. I mean, especially you. Oh, what the heck. I'll lend a hand.
So I'm not sure why our briefing originally said we're supposed to find the missing scientists if we're just gonna kill them anyway. I guess so nobody else finds out about the bioweapon. Alright, another file. Purification has begun. Oh, that's the self-destruct.
Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
Right. Kay gives you the green light to retrieve what we discussed earlier. Where have you been? I waited a whole 2 days for confirmation. I was about to call it off. We had to take extra precautions to ensure the mission is a success. You're just one part of a much grander strategy. Listen, something unexpected came up. A high-ranking army general is arriving here this week, so they're increasing security level. I need more time. Can't afford any delay. There are measures in place to deal with these kinds of situations. Proceed as planned. I'm risking my life here. A sentence of life without parole if not immediate execution. Punishment for treason in a place like this is anything but conventional. I need more reassurance or at least another advance for the final payment. Already given you more than enough money to compensate for your troubles. Unofficially, I would also advise you to stick with Kay's plan, or a speedy execution will be the least of your worries. Just hope I have the guts to leave this damn bunker behind. Stick with the plan, your troubles will be gone. Yeah, so kind of a Nedry thing. Presumably the guy who got paid $1 million. At last, the opportunity I've been waiting for has arrived. I can't go into specifics right now, but trust me and believe me when I tell you that our lives will change for the better. I can finally leave this place behind and go with you wherever your heart desires. There's no time like the present, is there? Of course, the risk is great, but don't worry about me. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Your love always, your Jay. You mean the Jay we just shot? Was he the traitor himself? I don't think so. I think it's a different Jay. And we don't actually have a time limit, as far as I know. Just need to get to the front door. It's a quick sprint.
Agent Leave, the system's locked all doors in response to the decontamination in progress. We're gonna need a few minutes to override it remotely. Just hang in there.
Sure. I'll just hang in right here, surrounded by corpses that may or may not be dead. Oh, hello, buddy. 71%. I seem to have switched to single shot mode somehow. That's all, we got a zombie breach. Really need to reload. Please sprint. Sometimes it doesn't sprint right away. You have to kind of push spacebar a few times.
It worked. We got the main entry doors open. Now, get your ass out of there.
Well, I hope somebody deals with these zombies.
That was close.
HQ, this is Sandman. Agent Lee Bailey. Took off on foot. We're getting the hell out of here and heading back to base.
But I assume we set off a self-destruct, right?
My pawn moved admirably through the AG's lab.
Oh my god.
And with just
He pronounces it even weirder.
moves, the game proceeded ahead.
Hey, jeez.
Unfortunately, I underestimated the fierce loyalties of those no-good Hexacore players.
It was the most incredible fight I ever saw. We just grabbed the guy, bit his ear off, and spit it on the mat. How often does that happen?
During a boxing match? Never.
There's your Mike Tyson reference. To show that we are really in the 90s.
You're less than 30 minutes from base. Acknowledge.
This is Sandman Actual. Roger your last HQ. Commencing final approach procedures to base. Any sign of the others? Over.
Negative, Sandman Actual. Epsilon has gone out with their MIA. The special unit is being deployed to secure the site and evacuate survivors as soon as possible. Over and out.
Maybe we should have waited after all.
Are they going to evacuate survivors?
There's no way the
Or are those just
carrier
Epsilon
stood that
survivors?
storm for a moment longer. Besides, I didn't come all this way to fail.
Fail? Right. You know, for a second there, I forgot how you do things, Major. You sit there, all ladylike to keep that immaculate uniform or spick and span while real soldiers go into battle. Too bad it has to be at the expense of real men with bona fide families.
Do you think he has an actual family? Or is he just being a hypocrite?
Fucking Crimson Skulls, man. You're all the fucking same. I can see why you chose this boy to be your sidekick. You've both got a lot in common. For starters, just think about it. You're both cowardly little bitches that leave comrades to die.
What did you just say to me? You better watch your fucking mouth.
Knock it off, you two. Epsilon or no Epsilon. Our orders stand.
Like, is that why he's so pissy? Because Epsilon didn't come with them?
He's right. You squawk way too much.
Listen
Also,
carefully, David.
did Crane ever leave the
Don't do this
helicopter?
again. I know what it's like to lose somebody and not be able to do a goddamn thing about it. But you can't go on blaming yourself. You made a judgment call on that plane. Otherwise, you'd both be dead. And I think you would have done the same in your position. Are we clear?
Assume eventually we'll find out what they're talking about here.
It's just... every time I close my eyes, I can still see him. He's burning up and screaming for me to somehow help him. And I can't.
I know, but sometimes you just gotta move forward. Let go and focus on the present moment. You cut through that storm with your fangs out. You got golden hands, kid. I'm impressed. And now that your scars are more or less healed, I'm sure you'll go back to flying solo any day now.
Gotta be real careful with that cargo.
Fuck me.
Hey, Major. You looking to lose the payload now that we're so close to base?
God damn it. Raven, take the controls. I'm gonna go check and make sure supports are secure. That storm really pushed them to the limit.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't really seem that well secured considering there's only one line connecting it. And not like, you know, 4.
Your file says you're the real deal. Took an SR-91 from the Aurora program to hypersonic Mach 6. That's a hell of a lot more than most pilots can say. By all rights, you should be able to fly this toy with your eyes closed. You know, I pushed for you to join the Skulls, even after what happened at Dryden. Only place I want to see you falling is on the mat after our bouts. Okay, now focus and keep this bird up in the sky.
They're a little bit chatty for pilots, though. You think they'd be a little more focused on not crashing. Everything all right back there, Major? Vermilion Forest. Yeah, it's a good thing that payload was swinging, or it would have just hit the tower.
This is Sam Walker. I'm out at the game tower at Hunter's Pass. Come in, over.
Inside Police, Kenneth speaking. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, hey, Ken. I don't want to rain on your parade, but some chopper nearly took my head off not 5 minutes ago. Do you
More
know
like
anything about that?
10 seconds ago.
Right, sorry, Sam. Those big shots called in last night to schedule transport passing through the area. Night exercise or something. In and out. Real hush-hush. You should be safe to go back up there. Just keep your head down.
I read you, Ken. Although next time, you know, I'd be mighty grateful for any notice. Over and out. Hey, baby, it's me.
He didn't change the frequency.
Out at the generator. You usually don't call this late.
The generator. Oh, yeah. I remember to turn off the lights in the house. Otherwise, you'll have to refuel again before daybreak.
I know. Sam, I'm not sure if I'll ever get used to living out in these woods. It's just so isolated. So, why'd you call, baby? Need help booking some rascally raccoons?
Funny. You know, maybe. I'm still on duty. Listen, I was just on the radio with Ken, so I thought I'd chicken in on you. And I feel bad about not being able to take you to the Cherry Blossom Feast. I know how much...
Cherry Blossom Feast or Apple Blossom Fair?
Well,
The subtitles are contradicting you here.
Works.
I know all too well. Ken, did something happen?
No, nothing to worry about. I just had a near miss in the tower involving some bozo in a helicopter. And... hold on a second.
So I'm pretty sure Sam here
Shit.
is one of our
I
3
can't find my meds.
protagonists.
You can't find your meds.
I must have dropped them when that chopper went past. God only knows where they ended up.
That's not good, Sam. You know you need those for...
Don't start that again. I'm fine. I can manage it. I've been living with this for a long time now.
Sam, you know what happened the last time you didn't take them?
How could I forget? With you constantly reminding me. Listen, I gotta go, baby, okay? Don't worry about a thing. It's just a few more hours. Go to bed and get some rest. I'll be home in the morning.
I love you.
I have a feeling that maybe something not so great is going to happen to Sam's wife.
I can manage it. Just like last time.
Major, what's going on here?
David, help me, please.
Don't move, Leave. Put the weapon down.
No fucking way.
Put the weapon down, intimidatingly points at him.
What's going on?
Alex, he broke a vial in my face.
Enough chatter. Step away from him right now.
God damn you, Lee!
Well, well. Who would have thought? Tonight's the night that you finally fail a mission. Lo and behold, the great Sandman. Isn't as great after all. Is he? And who would have thought? Tonight's also the night when you die.
So,
You know,
is Crane dead?
for what it's worth,
Or is he just sitting there silently watching this?
I had the real...
I guess he's dead. He's got his head back.
Major. Oh, and don't worry. I'll take care of these. Farewell.
So is Lee just a traitor?
What? Son of a bitch!
Like, it seems pretty fucking stupid to kill the pilots of the helicopter that you don't know how to fly while you're in the air. And he just jumped out into the water. After having thrown himself out from the 4RGO Delta chopper, Special Agent Leave emerges from the waters of Keensight Bay just in time to witness the helicopter spiraling out of control behind the town buildings before plummeting into the nearby mountain. As he swims for shore, the airborne caster containment aboard the chopper simultaneously leaks into the streets, where it claims its first victims. When he reaches the harbor, he won't have much time to find a safe refuge and avoid being infected. So yeah, Leave is really not a protagonist here, he's just a player character. He's kind of just an asshole. And he has no clear motivations at this point. Like, he just unleashed this bioweapon on this town, and himself.
Damn, the gas has already invaded the entire town. The mask will not hold up for long.
Oh, we got a mask meter.
Take refuge.
We gotta find somewhere that's not gassy. So yeah, this is all new to me. Beyond the Aegis Laboratory. Give a gift, offer financial support, and more importantly, show how enthusiastic you are by decorating your home and painting the streets red, white, and blue to make Keensight the most festive place in America. Guess we don't really have time to explore and look for ammo. Speaking of ammo. Okay, everything's loaded up. The 84th Annual Apple Blossom Fair. 3 days of tradition and fun for real Americans. From real Americans for real Americans. Nothing says American like the Cherry Blossom Fair, I mean Apple Blossom Fair. Find a way to get inside the Blair Fish & Co. building.
To take cover.
Why is this dock here if there's nothing useful? Nope. Because there was a collectible there. Okay, some more ammo. Snack bar. Thankfully, this pauses the meter, I think. City pamphlet. Your summer starts with Keensight, Idaho. A charming town with a long tradition and history awaits you amidst stunning scenery in the heart of the Red Crest Mountains. Come and enjoy a pleasant, relaxing moment in one of our hotels. Camp in the beautiful Vermilion Forest. Fish in the quiet Bear River, or stop along the historic Lewis and Clark Trail route, where our ancestors laid the foundation stone. And if you'd like to take part in a truly unique experience, join us in August for a refreshing and original taste of apples at the annual Apple Blossom Fair, a tradition that Keensighters have been celebrating every summer for over 80 years. Keensight has partnered with h.a.d.e.s Biogenetics in order to generate growth and stability during the years. The company takes most of the 27,000 citizens of our town as employees, making of Keensight a rather safe place dedicated to families. h.a.d.e.s Biogenetics have helped to create many public facilities to make this town a better home for everyone. So, it is basically like a smaller Raccoon City, with, you know, everything basically being run by the company, but it looks like a smaller town. Okay. The passage is blocked. Find another way. Daymare is also playing in theaters. Saw it there for a second. Oh, fuck. See? Oh, I actually got a crit there and took his head off. We don't have, like, an item box equivalent, it seems, so...
I was supposed to save the last one for myself.
So I don't know if we can ever, like, store this ammo or if we're just shit out of luck not being able to pick it up. But I think it's ammo for the MP5, so we just don't have space for it. Some real tight quarters here. Some more hollow point. I don't suppose, no. Oh, this house is, safe, even though it's clearly not, because this guy was turned into a zombie. Excuse me, miss. Just passing through. What is that? My health is 100, even though I took damage there. Also, there's another, you can see at the top. I don't know if I can increase my health, but there's like 3 more segments of bar. Maybe that's just if I buff myself with like a health increaser. Okay. So I wonder if these zombies are really not that strong because I'm on beginner and they would, you know, take like 7 or 8 shots on the other difficulty. Because in the demo, or not demo,
Ugly motherfucker.
but in the previous build, I'm pretty sure they still took like 8 shots on beginner. I just need to find, there we go, regular pistol ammo. Now, you would think sprinting perhaps would make our breath meter go down faster. I think that's another energy bar. Oh, I actually ran out of stamina.
Damn you, Sandman. This was not part of the plan.
Damn you, Sandman, for not standing still and getting shot. I think that's a magazine for my MP5, but, like, where am I gonna put it? Oh, boy. My pacifism is catching up to me. So I guess we just have to go, like, house to house here. To keep our gas mask meter tolerable. Okay. Abigail's diary, another encrypted file. Reminder, I've managed to make some copies of the company's most classified docs, and I've stored them in my personal archive. To avoid forgetting the lock's combination, I make it so the books in the library on the 2nd floor will help me remember it in case of need. The docs are my only life insurance. If even just one of them is going to go public, the company would be ruined. Alright, so it's a 3-digit combination. And I guess we want those? But yeah, I'm still not really sure what Leave's plan was. Did he want the gas for himself? I mean, he kept the Pollux. Ooh, chunky boy. So maybe that's the only thing he wanted, and Caster was just a bonus. I mean, one is a lot easier to transport than the other.
Get off me!
And expended most of my remaining pistol ammo. Well, I guess not expended since I still have it, but all my extra. Still, I've got 30 bullets at least, so doing alright. So the combination is 367? Civil law. God, we had a flashlight. Blood leaking out of all the corner. I guess that's just where I was shooting him. It's like, it's kind of odd places for these blood splatters. So 3, 6. Kind of weird for a lock to not to have 8 and 9, but all right. 4, 6, 7. Or was it 7, 8? No, it's 3, 6, 7, but who knows what order those are in. Try 6, 7, 3. Also, 11 is missing. So 7, 6, 3. Try that. Six, 3, 7. Why was that the combination? I think they just wanted you to try all 3. Inventory is full. Yeah, this inventory is going to be a real pain in the ass. Because, you know, obviously Resident Evil doesn't give you a very big inventory, but it also doesn't fucking make you carry around magazines to take up big chunks of your inventory. Better not go back. I was wondering if there was actually any files there we wanted, but I guess he doesn't care. What is this weird fenced-in corner? It's the dog room. Also, who has a fountain in a backyard this small? Like, it's pretty tight back here, but it's like, yeah, this is my fountain and my little gazebo. Alright, well, we should probably wrap up this episode in a second.
You ugly sack of shit!
I wonder if the melee stuns them at all. Because otherwise I can't see how it would be useful. But if I could take a quick swing so I have a second to aim, that would be nice. But yeah, we should wrap up here. Probably. Just was hoping we'd hit like a good point to stop at. All these construction guys got like a piece of metal sticking out of their head. What's going on with this balloon coming out of the sewer with the red eyes in it? I was about to make like an It joke because I'm like, oh, look, a balloon. But it literally is just an It Easter egg. Alright, this guy's got a rec room garage. Empty. How come you're not a zombie? Sweet, fully modeled SNES, but it says Invader Station. And it has like a PS1 version of Daymare for this SNES thing. Weird. Oh, we also got a Full Life 3, the Half-Life that never was. The Craven family. Alchemy Gate. Wow, even a Full Metal Alchemist reference. Ghosts. The something.
I will not
Sorry.
last long.
Getting distracted by all these references. Alright, so I don't know how long we're going to play as Leave here, but I assume until he reaches that fish building. So, I guess while we're in this, safe house. Say, while we're in this safe house, this will be a good place to end the episode, and next time, we'll find out what's going on in the town now that we've accidentally dropped a bioweapon on them. Whoops. Also, guess I have to open this door so it'll checkpoint. Better not go back. Oh, they got a little projector set up back here. Well, I was hoping there'd be a checkpoint, but I don't know if there's actually an icon that shows up when it's checkpointed. So, we'll just, load from whatever checkpoint is saved right now, next time. Until then, I've been Shadefire, and I hope you'll join me and this douchebag next time, where we hopefully will get to see the other protagonists. I think Raven, the kid who got thrown out of the helicopter, is the other character, because they describe them as, the special ops, the forest ranger, and the pilot. So yeah, I think he's our third character.
I will not last
Wow, I actually beat that zombie to death.
Hurry.
Alright, see you folks next time.